Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3, back once again with another exclusive interview for Tru Heels BTR. We got a returning interviewee here, one of my favorites on the independent scene, a fellow New Yorker as well. So I always love chatting it up with my fellow New Yorkers in the wrestling business. He is the PNW Junior Heavyweight Champion, Vinny Pacifico. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me. Very appreciative of you. And hell yeah, I'm glad to be on.
Showing out the guns. I love to see it. I love to
Came
see
from the
it.
gym. Just came from the gym just now.
fresh pump, and I this is our first time on the actual True Hill Heat YouTube channel, because I think when we chatted 2 years ago, we just did it specifically for
Okay.
podcast form, listening form. So for anyone who is unfamiliar, you're from the New York City scene. You've been
Yep.
tearing it up and getting some big opportunities in 2023. Already had appearances for AEW as well as MLW. I was just looking at your match from MLW Fusion. How are you feeling 2023? You seem to be making it your year, sir.
I feel so good. I'm blessed and I'm grateful for the opportunities I'm getting. But the hard work never stops. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for hard work. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people along the way who gave me some really good insight. So I'm very grateful that people in my life who really took the time to help me and give me some insight and teach me things that I needed to learn. So it's just a very good opportunity all around to be where I'm at right now and just drink some energy drinks.
And this is one of the questions I wanted to ask you, because as of late, I either see you in matches. It's kind of like your spinach if you were Popeye, or you do a lot of stuff on social media. What is this affection that you have for energy drinks, and where it brings you kind of the boost that you need in matches?
I just love them, and I needed to add something to my wrestling repertoire. I wanted to add some spunk to my career or my what I do. So I said, "Fuck it." Sorry. What do I
No,
do?
you're
What do I
fine.
love? What is there about me that people could relate to, or what is there about me that I don't show? I drink energy drinks a lot, and I'm naturally very energetic. So I said, why not bring this into my wrestling career, my character? Why not showcase this side of me? I'm fun. I'm very energetic. I could talk a mile a minute. So it's like, why not? Ever since starting doing that, my career skyrocketed. My social media engagement skyrocketed. Um, these promos I've been doing have been really fun. I love doing them. They're just it. They're ways to get characters over. Not only myself, but the people I do them with. They're ways to create depth and create layers to my character and other people's, and it's like you back in the day, you always see Kurt Angle backstage with people like Edge and doing fun stuff, and it's like it creates deeper layers for professional wrestlers and fans and people to see inside their lives and see how they react with other people, and just really it adds a lot to a wrestling career or a wrestling character. So I believe that this helps people grow. These promos are fun. They're just content. It's free content, but they just add layers to characters, and they add. It helps publicity for both of us. It's just
Yeah.
not. It's all positive all around. That's what I want. I want it to be beneficial for me, the people I do them with, and they're just ways to make people laugh and add happiness to people's lives. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people, oh, that's a funny promo, or oh, this promo sucks. Okay, well, not for you. It's not for everybody. I understand that. I know some promos might not be for everybody, and that's okay. But this is all just done with positive, and I want to be able to add more positivity in pro wrestling, because that's what we want. We want in wrestling, positivity,
Yeah.
happiness, um, growth, and I believe that's what I'm trying to do with this. With character, with this wrestling, with all this. I want to leave wrestling better than I found it. That's what everyone's real goal, I think, is to make wrestling better, and that's what I want to do.
And I think you're doing a good job out there so far. I know the last time we spoke to each other, I kind of wanted to get to know kind of your background as far as wrestling, because our fan base loves to hear professional wrestlers who are also fans and have that passion of that
Hmm.
side, starting off as fans and then transitioning into the business. What was kind of like your eye-opening moment watching as a fan of professional wrestling that kind of made you have that epiphany moment of this is something I want to do?
So I became a fan from SmackDown versus Raw '07.
Nice.
That started
Nice.
my fandom. Then I wanted to I was playing football quarterback for years on years on years. I was really good at it. Made some championships. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Got to high school, freshman, playing quarterback in high school. I was like, you know what? I want to wrestle. I went to a meet and greet with Daniel Bryan, and he inspired me. He said, "Oh, go for it. Just do what you gotta do. Push, push." Like he was so inspiring. It's like I was like 12 years old or 13 years old, however old I was. I was like, "You should do it. Go for it. Like it's your dream. You chase it." And
Love it.
whatever he said to me, it was so motivating. And I ever since then I was like, "Dad, I'm quitting football. Sign me up wrestling school." And he did. And I'm so grateful that I had that interaction with him because he motivated me, and that's something that's something that a pro wrestler really would do is motivate people who are trying to be a part of it, and words of wisdom and words of advice and word and encouragement, and it felt so good, so I did it, and I've been wrestling 8 years, however long it's been. I started at 14, so it's
Yeah.
been like a long time, and I'm just so grateful that for all that was I've learned so much inside, outside the ring. In the UK, I've learned in the Northwest. I've learned so much. Like there's so much to learn. You never stop learning, and that's what I love about this. I learn something every day almost. Every time I'm in the ring, something new that I learn, and it's just amazing.
I love how you've been, really putting everything together because, when I first, talked to you and started watching your work, you had the technical ability. And like you said, now you're building more of the character work. And I must say, we got to get this man an energy drink deal ASAP. ASAP,
Yep, we
no
do.
Rocky. Immediately, we need to make that happen because you've been really kind of putting that together, putting that
Yeah.
a part of your whole act, and it's getting you bigger opportunities. You started off the year January 4th in the Northwest for AEW, had a match with Powerhouse Hobbs on
Yep.
AEW Dark Elevation. How was that experience and the experience of being backstage at AEW?
Amazing. Like I said, hands down one of the best locker rooms to be in. Everyone's so encouraging, everyone's so positive, and that's just so beautiful to me. Everyone's so willing to help and willing to teach and willing to be inclusive of like, oh, I want to learn this. Oh, see, no one is trying to like. No one is worried. Oh, my spot's gonna be taken. I don't want to. Everyone's just really happy and willing to help others. Some places on the indies, you see people like very protective of their spot and not willing to help others, not willing to teach, or not willing to really give a helping hand. And whenever I'm on an indie show or any show that I'm on, and someone asks me to watch their match or someone asks for advice or anything, I always give my best to give my best. I always
Yeah.
try to always leave the person with knowledge and leave the person feeling better than they were before they asked me. And that's how I felt at AEW. Everyone was really encouraging, very helpful, and very positive. And that's something that everyone should strive to be around. And I was very grateful for that. And it was just amazing opportunity, seeing old friends, which is a great time. Especially being in where my favorite part of the United States to wrestle is like Northwest. I love it. So it's icing on the cake since then for that.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great because it wasn't in your first time working with AEW. I know you had a matchup with Warlow back in 2020. What did
Yep.
you think was like the biggest difference? Yeah, that's a 3-year gap, and when you first had that matchup with Warlow, that's in the pandemic. So how much different was the experience, that first time around in 2020 in comparison to the most recent appearance?
I'd say I was a lot more mature, a lot more in shape, and ready for the opportunity. During COVID, obviously, a lot of people got out of shape. Happened to me. I got sick with COVID, got depressed, gained a little bit of weight. Wasn't happy about it. Got called for AEW. It happened. I wasn't prepared to the best of my ability. This time around, I was in really good shape. I was ready. I was motivated, and nothing was stopping me from that. I was locked in. That's the difference. Right now, I feel like I've never been better. Right now, I feel I'm doing everything I can to be the best I could be, and I'm so ready for every opportunity given. And I'm like MLW. I was ready then. I was in the best when I did MLW. I was in the best shape of my life. I was literally down. Like, I don't remember the body fat number, but it was low, and it took me a week and a half to do that. I dieted so to the T every day of my life. I had a nighttime regimen, and just yes, being more prepared. Now I'm more prepared. Back then, it was COVID. Everything was off the. Everything was like nothing was really going normally, as if there's anything is normal.
Yeah.
But like, so I was grateful for the opportunity then, but I wasn't as prepared as I could have been, and that's on me. But now, nothing's happening to me. Now my meals are set. My supplements, I take beef liver. I take liver's really good for your insides. I take a multivitamin. I take my protein, BCAAs, my pre-workouts, my energy drinks. I have everything. I have a regimen that I stick to every single day. Wake up 6 a.m. Gym 7:30. Home 8:30, and it's just like working. Emails 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Gym again. Cardio 10 to 11. 1 hour cardio, and then it just doesn't stop. I have an everyday regimen, and I think doing that has helped me out tremendously.
What would you say was kind of like the kind of like click moment where you kind of changed that mindset and getting more of like a strict kind of game plan and schedule every single day to kind of put you in the mindset and in the body shape that you're in here in 2023?
Just wanting to be the best, just wanting it. I guess like oh, yeah, this is what I want. Then I gotta. So there's a book I read or read parts of it. It's called Be Obsessed or Be Average. That's my mindset. Be obsessed or be average. And I am completely obsessed with this shit. I love it so much. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. This is what I got. I love this. I want to be able to completely live off of it, help my family out, and I want to just sky's the limit, and I'm excited for the future. And I love this shit, man. It's all I think about every day, and I'm not going to let myself, I'm going to be obsessed because I will not be average. That makes sense.
No, that's a great mindset to have, and reading stuff like that definitely helps people in different ways, and it helped you in a very positive way, and it's resulted in huge opportunities, not just with AEW like we went over last year. You had a matchup on NXT against Joe Gacy. How was kind of the experience being on national TV, and also being backstage with that NXT locker room?
I like locker room was great. Then like William Regal was in the locker room. He is someone I recommend if you have to be around him to pick his brain. He is the best person to learn from, like hands down. Great locker room. The environment there was incredible too. People. I loved it, and Casey's amazing. Working with him was incredible. I enjoyed it fully. That was an amazing opportunity also, and I love being on TV. I love TV wrestling. It's something I love to do because it adds a different layer to like how hard you work and how the cameras are. It adds. I work good under pressure, and having a camera there is pressure, and I love that. Yeah. So I love it. It was great.
And so you got, AEW, WWE, MLW, and what would you say, like, from those experiences, learning that you're taking onto the independent scene? You're already, successful, like we said before, PNW, junior heavyweight champion. I've seen you all across the East Coast indies as well. So what are you kind of taking from these, huge opportunities that you've been getting to kind of work on yourself on the independent scene?
Just getting better, being able to learn every inch of that ring, learning every weapon you could learn from that, the ropes, the turnbuckles, just becoming so well-rounded that I'm undeniable. And adding this character to having the in-ring ability is just icing on the cake, something fans can relate to, being marketable, making money, merchandise, it all ties in. And once you have that once all that's tied in, it opportunities can be endless, and that's what I believe is just my strongest. I've always been a really good wrestler, wrestling, technical wrestling, grappling,
Yeah.
all this shit. Now that I add this character to it that I really am good at, and it's not really a character, it's me, but being able to turn it up to the 10th degree and being able to cut these promos and have these funny, relatable content promos, it really is good. And I encourage people to always step out of the comfort zone and try to grow in other ways. I didn't think this would happen, and it just did, and I'm grateful it did.
And you've been kind of translating that on the independent scene as well, getting huge opportunities there. I saw your viral moment, scissoring Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. How did that kind of come to fruition? Like, whose idea was that, and how did you were able to be on the receiving end of the most popular two fingers in the wrestling business?
I was in the ring. I won the belt, and he just came out. It was a surprise.
Wow.
So yeah, and I just was like, "Whoa, guess this is happening." So that's how it happened. I won the championship. I was like, "Oh, this is hardcore belt." Not really I like wrestling. I would do any style, but hardcore was not one that I really stepped into as much. I've done it before a few times, but not like as often as I wanted to. So I had the opportunity to wrestle in that match, and I won the championship belt. And I was like, all right, this is cool. New championship. Let's go. Let's see what I can do with it. I'm holding the belt up, and all of a sudden, I hear his theme song, and it came right out and celebrated with me, and it was a really awesome moment. I'm grateful for that opportunity also. Great talent, great guy, great person to look up to, and it was just a really cool moment for me, and definitely something I will never forget, and neither will those fans.
That's crazy that you didn't even know that was gonna happen, and just going with the flow and going with the moment. That's something that you learn in the wrestling business for sure. But I wanted to ask you, like I said at the top of the show, you're a fellow New Yorker like me, and New York is so many great wrestlers out on the East Coast scene, out on the independent scene, and trying to work their way up. What has it been like, and being from New York and getting into the wrestling business? Did you think that being a New Yorker gives you a slight edge because of the mindset that we have here, or what has been like the biggest difficulty from being a New Yorker and trying to work your way around the wrestling world?
Maybe it's the mindset we get as a New Yorker, but I've always believed, get out of your hometown, wrestle everywhere you can, grow value everywhere else. That's what I believe in doing. That's what I've been doing, growing value anywhere else. The South, West, Texas, Florida, Alabama, Philly, PA, get out of New Jersey, New York, and go everywhere. I mean, wrestle there? Yes. Love wrestling there. But I believe in building my value outside of your home as well as inside your home, but going it outside will add value to when you're in your home. And now this year I'm going to be in the Hoss tournament for New South. Huge tournament. It's a huge tournament down south, and amazing. I'm excited for it. And I'm wrestling in Northwest, and these fans are buying me energy drinks. Like, it's just, I'm building so much value outside there, which will translate to here, which is I'm grateful for. And that's right. Any young wrestler who's starting up or wanting to grow, I say, try and get outside of New Jersey. Wrestle in New Jersey. Take opportunities. Enjoy them and learn. But if you can, try and get opportunities outside of New York and grow that way too, because there's so much talent outside of New York that you could learn from them too. And there's so much more wrestling outside of where your hometown is. So get in the car, learn, pick brains, and have fun.
So knowing that, you kind of been all over the place, can you give the people watching this video someone that you think deserves more, more opportunities and more attention that you've seen all across the wrestling world?
Derek Shaw, he's in the Northwest, very talented. More eyes. Derek Shaw, he's great. Love wrestling him. Wrestled him Sunday. Kid Bandit, they're great. Jaden Newman, amazing. Fodder, love him. He's incredible. Working for NWA now, so he has eyes, but it doesn't hurt to have more eyes. I really enjoy seeing Joe Cruel. He's pretty new, very talented, very hungry, and I think he's somebody who will be popping up a lot more soon. So yeah, these are people that I really enjoy, and keep an eye out for them. Kid Bandit, Jaden Newman, Derek Shaw, Chris Brady, other one, Chris Brady. And, yeah, these are just people who are hungry and people I've seen wrestle and wrestled against. I want to wrestle Kid Bandit very soon. But, yes, these are people who are very hungry and just dedicated to this craft, and I love to see it.
Love that. Love that. So if you could tell one match for the viewers to check out from your extensive catalog, whether it be, your appearances, WWE, AEW, MLW, across the independent scene, and how they can see it, let them know that one match.
Check out me versus Chris Brady from DOA this on IWTV. Chris Brady, DOA, IWTV this weekend. It's Future. The Future is Now. That's the event. Watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that you want to see. That's one of my favorite matches I had. It includes energy drinks. So yeah, let's do it. I want people, if they want to see what Power Punch is all about, that's what you want to watch.
I love it. So to wrap things up, please let the people know where they can follow you on social media, your email that they can contact you. If there's an independent promoter watching this and they want to book you, please let the people know.
Awesome. Booking email is bookvinnypacifico.com. No, bookvinnypacifico@gmail.com. Facebook is Vinny Pacifico. Twitter, Vinny Pacifico1. And Instagram, just Vinny Pacifico.
Love it so much. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate you taking the time out, chatting with us, for the folks getting to know you a little bit more. Follow him on all those social media platforms. This is a guy that you need to watch that's on the independent scene, and I want more fans for Vinny Pacifico because he deserves it. So this has been Tru Heels BTR with Vinny Pacifico. Remember to like this video, comment down below, share it with your friends. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom, SP3. We are out.